Hey Dad, good morning. It was awesome talking to you yesterday. So, regarding the health journey, I just wanted to offer you a solution if you're open to it. So I pay for a health coach, and you know, we're talking about years and years of experience. He's a total expert, and he coaches me and teaches me everything, how to dial everything in. And so I could just for free pass on the information that he's teaching me. And if you want to do it, I would say just get all of the carbohydrates out of your house by October 1st. And I'm talking about pastas, chips, cereals, breads out of your house. And if Karen needs, I think Karen will be on board with this, but if she needs a piece of bread every morning, I know she likes toast, she might be open to switching it up to the same thing you're doing. She just wants to put a little something in her stomach every morning. But regardless, if she does keep a loaf of bread in the house, just know that that's just off limits for you. Just take it out of your vocabulary. And that one change alone will transform you over 6 months' time. You will be shocked, and you might say, well, what do I eat? And I'm going to give you all the list of tons of nutritious, amazing foods that God gave us that are super simple to prepare. Anything that man did, like making bread the way that they make it these days, or like cow's milk, like anything that man has messed with is terrible for you. So it's just really simple regarding like eggs and all these vegetables. Like, do you like cucumbers? You could put salt and pepper and lemon pepper on cucumbers. All the vegetables. A little bit of fruit. Fruit is a good carb, but just not too much fruit unless you're working out a lot. But unlimited vegetables, unlimited eggs and meats, and that's you could have fish. And then maybe sometimes you're going to have, as far as carbs, you're going to have like a potato or a little rice with your protein for dinner, right? But for breakfast, you could have a smoothie or eggs. And you could have fun with those smoothies. Just don't put too much fruit. A little bit of blueberry, like a half cup. A little bit of strawberry. But with your protein and your like unsweetened almond milk, not cow's milk, or water. You could put some hemp seeds in there, and you could have fun with the smoothies, or just make some eggs. And eggs, you could have a little hot sauce on them if you like hot sauce. You could put a little bit of salsa on them if you like salsa with your eggs. Salt and pepper. Put veggies in your eggs. You know, I love my first meal of the day, which is eggs or a smoothie. It might sound boring, but there's so many things you could do with eggs, and so many things you could do with a smoothie. And then your next meal of the day is some type of protein with veggies. Next meal of the day, some type of proteins with veggies, and maybe like a potato or a little bit of rice, like if you want to have some carbs. That's a whole food. Man did not add anything to that food. And it's just that simple. Anything you drink, you got to make sure that there's no sugar in it and no carbs in it, because that's just like eating a bunch of bread. So no drinks with sugars or carbs. What do you drink? You drink those sparkling flavored waters. They might not taste great at first, but they keep your belly full, and then your taste buds get used to them, and now I look forward to them. It's a delicious treat. And I know that might sound crazy, but trust me, instead of a beer or a soda pop, you're just gonna have a sparkling water. And whenever you feel hungry, have a cup of decaf coffee if you're in between meals. I mean, if you need some caffeine, have caffeine coffee. But I'm saying, like, if it's like 5 p.m., 6 p.m. at night, and you have a couple more hours of work, you want to try to not eat 2 hours before bed. So I know that I just told you a lot of stuff in this video, but if you just rewatch this 5-minute video and jot down a couple notes, you'll have an outline of the game plan. And I'm going to send you some more resources. And one last thing I want to say is October 1st, if you still have chips and breads and pastas in your house, I would ask that you would drop them off at Pat's house, and Pat will eat them. And if you feel like that's like $100 worth of carbs that I can't get rid of that, I will send you $100 to replace the cost of that, so you could go buy some meat and some veggies and some eggs. And you also have teas. Teas is another like thing you could do in between meals and stuff. Your nighttime teas, and remember, don't eat 2 hours before bed. So you got to get creative with your late nights of work. How are you going to do that? And you'll figure out a way. Like, okay, well, my last meal has to be at 5:30 today because I have a 6 and a 7 and an 8 o'clock appointment. So my last meal is at 5:30, and you'll have it in your little Tupperware, and you could pre-cook meals. Maybe Karen will help you with this, but basically on Sundays and on Wednesdays, she could cook a bunch of chicken breast, a bunch of turkey burger, a bunch of protein sources, maybe some fish. So you always have your veggies and your protein sources, and you are going to feel so much better. You just got to get through that first 30 days where it's retraining your brain, a little bit of hard stuff. And so just know your why. This is what I'm going to finish with. What is your why? A why that will make you cry. Why are you doing this? And just to give you some suggestions, your why is, first and foremost, you want to be there for Karen. Then your why is you want to be at Lucy's wedding. You want to be at Lena's wedding. You want to be at Eden's wedding. Like Sky's wedding. Like, you have no idea. I don't even think you even realize how amazing you are in this world as a leader, as a grandpa, as a dad. And I just find it really hard to believe that God wants you to hurry up and get to heaven. I think there's a lot more work for you to do on this earth before you go to heaven, but the world has gotten to you with all the Western diet crap, and it's just like over time you get addicted to these carbs, and it's like you need more, and it's every single year. Dad, I promise you, if you stay on the path you're on, next year, take a measurement around your belly. Next year, that measurement will grow. The next year, that measurement will grow. There's so much dangerous fat accumulating in your belly right now, and it's growing every year. I promise you, if you don't make these changes, it will grow. Another thing I could promise you is that you will be more and more miserable every year with your health, more and more uncomfortable. Your sleep will get worse and worse and worse. You'll be like having all this discomfort, and then your back starts to hurt even more because it's carrying around all this weight in your gut, and you die a really horrible way, because instead of like thriving and just serving the way that you really like God made you to be, instead you're like barely surviving instead of thriving. So you really got to go deep here and know, I'm not like trying to paint this gloom and doom picture for you. I'm giving you the facts of how it will go. I promise you. So this is like, you really got to go down deep for a why that will make you cry. You know how much we still need you on this earth. What you are to this family and to the world and to your patients. And it's like, whenever you want to have a piece of bread or pasta or all this type of stuff, you notice I didn't mention exercise at all, because 95% of the problem is not exercise, it's the fluids and the foods that you're putting in your mouth. Yes, of course, the elliptical is going to be amazing, getting stronger, your heart rate up and all those things. That's going to be awesome. But the non-negotiable is the liquids and the foods that you're putting in your body. It will help you so much. So I'm so excited that you were receptive to this stuff, and just want to say thank you for being the best dad in the world. Thank you for everything you're doing for everyone, man. You're just such a rock. And so I'm past the point of basically trying to micromanage you and stuff. Like, this is totally on you, and I am sleeping beautifully and soundly regardless if you do this or not, because I've learned that everybody's on their own journey. You're either going to make the decision to do this or you're going to go down that horrible road, and I can't change that. So I'm completely set free from that, but it is on my heart to offer you this coaching that my coaching is giving me. My coach is the genius. I just pass it on to you for free, and you don't have to spend thousands of dollars a year on this coaching. So let me know what you think. Let me know any questions you have, and we could have weekly check-ins regarding how everything's going and any questions that you have. And this will be a reason for us to stay closer, stay more in contact than we have been. If we have a scheduled call every week that we do, like 10 minutes of your health journey, how it's going, and like 20 minutes of like Bible study, and then just like 30 minutes a week. We could talk more than that, but I'm saying a scheduled appointment every week. So let me know what you think about all this. I have to download this video on YouTube. I'm not posting it on my YouTube channel, but it's a way that I could send this video to you. If it's on YouTube, I could send it. If I can't just text it. So that's why it comes across as a YouTube video. I'm not sharing this with anybody.